Hey guys, this is Justin, also known as Anks from the ESCA forums. I'm going to be doing a video review on the Logitech G400 mouse that I just picked up today from Best Buy. It's Logitech's new mouse. It's right here all the way on the right. It's a remodel of the ever popular MX518, which I have here. This is a first generation MX518. As you can see, it's a 5-skate version of the mouse. It's the original version. Max DPI of 1600, not 1800. So this is the original one. This is the good one, as most people would consider it, because of the older style feet that a lot of people prefer. I also have, for comparison purposes, a Razer Death Adder Black Edition here, which I had been using because this 518 went bad on me a couple weeks ago. The cord went bad and it's been cutting in and out, so I had to move on. I miss it though. And then I also have a Microsoft IntelliMouse 3.0. I didn't put much use into this mouse. Honestly, I had it for a week and I didn't really like it. I'll explain why later. But just for sizing purposes, I have all 4 of these on a PureTrack Talent pad. So in terms of sizing and shape, the G400 is just a copy of the 518. It's exactly the same. I mean, if you like the shape of the 518, then you're going to like the G400. The difference is the material, or the main difference between the two is the material. This is glossy. It's not rubberized like this. It's glossy like the IntelliMouse. And then this is, I guess it's rubberized, but it's not the same type of rubberize as the Death Adder. The Death Adder is kind of like a smooth rubber, and this is more like it's kind of rough to the touch actually. But I mean, it is rubberized, but it's definitely rougher than the DA, which I kind of like. I mean, honestly, I had grip issues with DA. I'll explain that in a bit. But I've always preferred the 518/G400 shape to the DA and to the IntelliMouse, and I'll explain why. So if you see me hold this mouse, if I hold it up like this and turn it upside down, you can see that my palm, like the back of my palm, is flat on the mouse, and it's like a true palm grip. My fingers are kind of raised. It's really just the tip of my fingers resting on the mouse, but my palm is on the mouse. For the DA, if I were to put the back of my palm on the mouse, look where my thumb is. I don't know if you can see. It's too far forward. Like, it's not on the side buttons at all. It's just on the front one. Now, if I were to grip it with mostly my fingers and kind of have this gap, like this weird gap that I don't like, where I'm really gripping the mouse with my fingers and not my palm, then that's like the regular Death Adder grip. And don't think that I have like these huge hands. I have average, maybe even below average size hands. Like, I don't know why the DA grip is not. I don't know. It just doesn't work with me. I don't like it too much. Now, in terms of performance, I think this sensor has 3200 DPI. I really don't care. I mean, most Counter-Strike players won't care, mainly because that's just ridiculous and you would never need that. I played at 400 DPI on the 518 and 450 on these two mice. This one's, you can only do 450, and then this one is the lowest setting. Now I guess in terms of performance, or I guess we can talk about the feet. This mouse unfortunately, it has a newer type of feet. I was just in game deathmatching with it for the first time. It was quick. It felt like I was playing on ice. Like when I first got in game, it felt really, really fast. But after about 100 kills, I didn't really notice it anymore. I was getting pretty used to it. And then if I were to probably go back to this, it would feel really slow. So I don't think that's a huge issue. Obviously, people have been using the newer feet in the 518 for a while, so I don't think it's gonna be a deal breaker. Okay, so for these two mice on the lowest DPI setting, or at least for the 518, since 2006 when I got this mouse, I had never been able to make this mouse skip, and I play at a pretty low sensitivity, and I'll show you in a sec like how I play. But I've never on fast swipes have I ever been able to make the 518 skip. I went in game, tried to make this thing skip intentionally, just like moving as fast as I can. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it skip at all. The Death Adder, I can intentionally make this thing skip at 450. 1800 would be a little bit more difficult, but I don't like using 1800 DPI because on my desktop it just is way too fast and it's annoying. This mouse, the sensor just sucks. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, it's an older mouse. It was good for its time, but if you move fast with a MSIE 3.0, then you're gonna get crazy negative acceleration. You might spaz out. You might be looking at the sky. Probably die. Don't like this mouse. I got it just because it was cheap, but I didn't like it. The DI, I can make it spaz pretty easily on a QCK heavy. It was a little bit harder on the Talent. Apparently, what Pure Track claims is that this design helps tracking, but I can still make it spaz out. It only happens every once in a while, but I can still do it, which is, I don't know, it's annoying. These two, flawless, can't make them spaz out. Then one more thing to talk about is prediction. The benefit of these two mice is that they do not have any prediction in the sensor. These two have it built into the sensor. You can't get rid of it. So I could show you. I mean, I don't even want to bother showing you, the horizontal lines test. Just trust me. These two have prediction. These two don't. It's minor prediction. It's not like the SteelSeries Kinzu where it's like the shittiest thing ever and you can't even play. Like it's not going to affect your play, honestly. Like I don't think it's ever going to make you miss a shot. One thing that actually I've noticed is that it kind of helps you keep your crosshair at like head level if you're doing a large swipe. So if you're swiping quickly to someone, if you ever try and do a reaction shot or something like that with a rifle, prediction will actually keep your crosshair like perfectly level on like a really, fast swipe. But then also people will claim that like minor movements in diagonal directions will get affected. But I really don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's gonna make you want to play on either one, like make you hate one or the other. But yeah, so these two have prediction, these two don't. It's also known as angle snapping, drift control, any of those words that people use or terms. Okay, another feature of this mouse, the G400 that just came